Okay, let's show some projects. That's always the fun part of this. So I know I'm pretty sure I can guess which ones are your favorites, but I'm gonna just pull up a few that I've sort of seen over the year, in no sort of apparent order. But so we've got Monkey Dash. I always like this one because it's so simple and it's silly and it's just really well done actually,
Yeah.
in terms of just the design. And so again, this is sort of part and parcel of this wallet concept where anyone can create their own custom wallet very easily using our API. None of all this data is just on-chain data being read. And this team here created a beautiful mobile app for being able to quickly and effectively seeing balances in different currencies, as well as some charting and some other little features there. So like I always like showing this one here for a wallet app. There was this other project, Burst NFT, which had a very interesting concept, and I think they've sort of taken it and developed it a bit further. Still waiting to sort of hear on what the latest status is. But the idea was you could take a basket of like ERC20 tokens and create an NFT that would be sort of tradable with a value based on the underlying basket of ERC20 tokens. So it's almost like a mutual fund or uh,
Yeah, it's interesting.
like an ETF of some sort, but in sort of this new digital NFT format that you could use and trade and stuff. So this tool here allows you to take a few different tokens and then wrap it into a basket that you can then create your as your NFT. So pretty cool, really cool concept. And I'm hoping that they've taken this project a little bit further from where they were with the last hackathon that we saw them at. Again, more wallets, just being able to quickly and effectively generate wallets, load wallets. I think we've basically proven that wallets are just a commodity at this point here,
Mhm.
and everyone can effectively create one. This is going to be one of our core areas of focus for 2022 with sort of onboarding developers into this space, is just
Mhm.
showing them how simple it is to be able to build your own wallet. Another one here, Phantom, that was designed. This one here, I think it may not be
Oh
loading
yeah,
as it was,
I
but this was
remember
actually
this one.
internal. Yeah, it was one of our interns that built this, where the idea was you kind of had a 3D model of your wallet and displayed with like orbitals
Yeah, it's so
and
cool.
atoms and molecules and whatnot. Um, I see there's something trying to render here, but it looks like it's maybe not quite functioning as it was. And then of course the NES wallet here, which is still one of my like highlights in terms of, I don't think you can hear the audio, but they've got the Mario Brothers track to this, um, as everything is sort of designed and themed accordingly.
Yeah, that is so fun. Like
Yeah,
it is so true. The design makes such a big difference if you're doing like a kind of an entry level project or any sort of thing in a hackathon. Like design can elevate it so much and make you
yeah,
stand out.
very much so. Yeah, I know there's a lot of focus on just getting the underlying sort of tooling or backend infrastructure or sort of the nuts and bolts of a project in place, but enough can't be said about spending a little bit of time on the front end to make it look nice. Definitely catches people's attention.
Mhm.
We saw DGen Dogs. This was a really cool one that combines NFTs and DeFi. So being able to, mint or basically purchase your DeFi dog and then sort of have different sort of, streaming elements in place depending on, whether it looks like if you're the 10th owner of a dog, for example, there's a certain percentage of the proceeds that go to you. So they just added this sort of gamification, interesting sort of streaming elements to this DeFi space, tying it with NFTs. So really well done. There was this Easy Web3, which is a really cool project. I don't know if it's gone too much further, but I really hope they've continued to build this. So imagine taking like a Webflow or like a WordPress content management system, but this is for Web3, and you can, pick, different elements that are, Web3, essentially Web3 components. So you've got like a live peer component, a Zora component, a price component, a Telegram component, and then you can just literally drag and drop these components into your space here to create your Web3 web page, essentially, your Web3 application very quickly. So yeah, I was really impressed how well this was done, and this was a relatively short hackathon that they built this out in, which was remarkable.
That's so creative too. Like,
Yeah,
it's a different idea than I've seen. It's really smart.
yeah, just all sort of pre-built components. Yeah, exactly, that are already in place. Yeah, we talked a little bit about Trader Joe's, and I think there's probably a few that you want to highlight in terms of NFT marketplaces and galleries and displays that we've talked about quite a bit. But are there any that you'd like to show?
I think I've shown the walkthrough gallery a lot of times.
Yeah, yeah.
Like,
You've mastered walking through that front door.
Yeah, I think I've actually been pretty good at it. Seashells is one of the ones that I forget if we've actually showed it on here. We showed it somewhere else.
Yeah.
Using Unity, which I think is cool. I would love to see like more of those. I can show it really quickly if you want to stop sharing. Yeah, I forget if I've shown it on here, but basically like you enter this underwater setting, and then it's like a 3D NFT display, and you just put in like any random ID, and then it'll like fetch this NFT, and you can like, it's kind of more real life and interactive. You can walk around it. It's kind of cool with the audio as well, and you can just switch these numbers, and then it'll show you like different ones. So I thought this was super cool.
Very cool.
Yeah, like I think it works with this one collection basically, but you could build off this for sure, and like any sort of collection you could input and do something similar where you just like display a particular collection in a really cool way. I love seeing that sort of application, or like anything gamified. I just think it's super interesting. I'm seeing a lot more of that lately in general, and I think
gamification is definitely going to be a big trend, I think, for the next couple of years at least. We're seeing sort of hobby projects implement this, but imagine when the big players actually start to leverage Web3.